What about the Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best?
So this is a classic slice of shoegazing, brow-furrowing, indie, noodly-poodly. Story is an annoying young man gets thrown out of his band, loses his girlfriend, smacks a child in a manner that can only be described as, ironic deadpan, then teams up with a guy who basically kidnaps him and forces him to go on the road to perform indie, noodly, shoegazing songs performed on an acoustic guitar and a selection of Fisher-Price toy instruments. Now... The thing is, a little bit of quirk goes a long way for me. And at the beginning, my toes were curling up so far that I thought I was going to end up eating my feet. About halfway through, it's okay, it's fine. I started to go with it much more. There was a lovely review by Kath Clark, who I think is a good writer, who said, if you met this guy in a bar, you'd make your excuse and leave. Here, he gets 98 minutes of your life, which I thought was... I felt far less hostile towards it. My problem is, again, it's the story about two annoying blokes who suddenly... are joined by this incredibly glamorous, incredibly entrepreneurial, hip young woman. It reminded me how much I liked that Jonathan Demme movie, Something Wild, with Melanie. Thinking, God, it's a long time since I saw that film. I'd like to see that film again. So there was the whole noodly, navel-gazing fantasy element, which is that if you are a dorky, slacker nerd with a range of Fisher-Price toys, you know what? Fantastically glamorous women will want to travel around the country with you, to which the answer is, no, they won't. But all that said, it wasn't without a certain kind of pootly... No, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, the thing is that, Ryan Onan, he's the guy who wrote it and stars in it and directed it. I was looking at him thinking, he's the kind of boy I would have fallen for as a teenager, or as, you would have thought,
because he's sensitive.
But he's so whimsy and he can play the guitar and he's kind of cute and he has a beard. I do like Michael Weston, who plays his sort of nerdy mate. He was Lucas, Detective Lucas in House, and he was in 6 Feet Under as the crazy meth addict. He's brilliant. But, even I will watch, and I think Michael Weston's really good friends with Zach Braff. So it's a kind of along that kind of the Garden State kind of last kiss of thing. But even I just found it really quite irritating. And even Andrew McCarthy couldn't save it for me. And I love Andrew McCarthy. But I reckon if you're a teenage girl and you like the Shins and Sufjan Stevens, then you maybe enjoy it.
The guy describes, he says, yes, your music is like the Shins meet Sesame Street. And you think, yeah, and that's fine for about 6 minutes. But after there is... and did you believe for 1 minute? I'm sorry, I have to. Did you believe for 1 minute that girl? That will, no. You go, A, I don't believe in you as a character. B, I don't believe in this situation. And C, what?
I know, it is daft. And also, I always think it's really dangerous when somebody's written and directed something, and then there are long, lingering shots of them playing a guitar.
Yeah, I know.
But having looked at on the internet, he's doing lots of other films. So as an actor, maybe he'll make it. As a musician, perhaps.
And it's not without a certain. There are moments in it when you go, okay,
all right.
yeah,
it's okay.
But exactly, those moments are what you just said. They're the moments when the teenager in you goes, oh, bless.
Yes.